Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on something crucial for, well, any platform these days: support.
Absolutely. It's often overlooked until you really need it.
Exactly. We're going to look closely at the support plans from Xuda. The platform people are talking about, orchestration tools, that marketplace thing, focus on performance.
Right. And they seem to have put some real thought into how they handle support, which isn't always the case.
Yeah, so our mission today is to kind of unpack that. How does their support structure work for everyone from, say, a solo dev right up to a massive company?
And what strikes me immediately is that they have different tiers. That recognition that, one size definitely does not fit all for support needs. It shows they understand users face different challenges.
Good point. So let's start at the beginning. Starter support. Who's this for?
This looks like it's tailored for maybe individuals or really small teams who are just getting started with Zuda, just trying things out.
Kicking the tires, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And the key feature here seems to be um, essential help via email. So basic questions, simple issues you might run into early on.
Makes sense. If you're just exploring, you probably don't need like instant phone support for everything.
Right. It's foundational help for that initial learning curve. You're probably not running critical production stuff yet.
And I noticed monitoring isn't included here, so it's more reactive. You reach out when you have a problem.
Precisely. The onus is on the user to flag issues. It's basic support from let's say, a general customer service team.
Okay, so what's the next step up? Developer support.
Yeah, and the name kind of gives it away, right? This is aimed squarely at developers who are actively building, maybe deploying things.
So what's different? Faster help.
Faster response times are definitely part of it, but also access to well, a more technically skilled team. People who can handle complex problems across all the different Zuda products.
Ah, okay. So not just basic questions, but potentially digging into code level stuff or tricky configurations.
That seems to be the idea. Reliable, timely help via email, but from folks with deeper technical expertise. If your system is live, or about to be, that kind of timely, expert response is pretty critical.
Yeah, you can't wait days for an answer if something's broken in production.
Exactly. Still no proactive monitoring mentioned here, though. It's still about resolving issues once they're reported.
Right. Okay, then there's business support. What does that add to the mix?
This tier seems aimed at businesses where resolution speed and maybe communication options become even more important.
So faster than developer support.
The implication is certainly quicker issue resolution. You still get access to those highly skilled technical people,
Right.
but they add chat as a way to communicate alongside email.
Ooh, okay. Chat can make a big difference, can it? More back and forth in real time.
Definitely. It allows for a much more interactive troubleshooting process. If your business really relies on Zuda for, critical day-to-day operations, that quicker, more direct interaction via chat could be really valuable, less waiting around.
Makes sense. Getting closer to real-time help. Still no active monitoring mentioned, though.
Still seems to be focused on responding to reported issues, just potentially faster and with more communication options.
All right, which brings us to the top level. Enterprise support. This sounds like the all-inclusive package.
Pretty much. This is for the big players, large organizations, complex setups, high-stakes environments.
So what do you get? Everything.
You get the highest level of support, dedicated help from expert teams, the absolute fastest response times they offer.
Faster than business.
That's the promise. And communication channels expand again: email, chat, and direct phone support.
Ah, phone support. That's often the marker for top tier, isn't it? For when things are really urgent.
It often is.
Mm.
But the really big differentiator here, the standout feature, is something else.
Oh, what's that?
It's the inclusion of Mizuza's incident detection and response system.
Incident detection and response. Okay, what does that actually mean?
It means proactive, 247 monitoring. It's designed to actually find and start dealing with potential incidents before they escalate into major problems.
Whoa, okay, so they're actively watching your setup.
Using advanced tools, proven methods, dedicated management, the whole 9 yards. It's about identifying risks and mitigating them proactively, not just waiting for you to call when something breaks.
That sounds incredibly valuable for a large enterprise.
It's huge. In complex infrastructures, preventing a problem is always better than fixing one, especially when downtime costs serious money or reputation. This is about ensuring operational continuity.
So looking across this whole range then, starter, developer, business, enterprise, it feels like a very deliberate progression.
It really does. Each plan seems carefully tailored. You start with just needing basic email help when you're exploring.
Then you need more technical depth as a developer.
There were faster interaction, like chat, for business reliance.
And finally, that proactive monitoring and super fast response, including phone, for enterprise scale.
Yeah, and what's interesting is how the approach to support changes too. The lower tiers are fundamentally react, you have a problem, you tell them.
Right.
But enterprise adds that crucial proactive element,
Yep.
trying to stop problems before they start. That's a big philosophical shift, really.
It absolutely is. It shows they understand that as your dependency on the platform grows, your need for robust, even preventative support grows too.
Exactly. It's not just a helpline anymore at that top tier.
Yeah.
It's part of your risk management strategy almost.
And having these tiers also means you can pick what fits, right? You're not forced into an expensive plan if you don't need it.
Precisely. It aligns with budget, internal technical skill, and how critical the application is. A startup might be perfectly fine with developer support, maybe even starter initially. A global bank, they're going to want enterprise.
So if we were to boil it down, the key takeaway is that Xuda hasn't just tacked on support. They've built a system designed to scale with you.
Yeah, from just dipping your toes in right up to running mission-critical operations, there's a corresponding level of help available.
And that builds trust, doesn't it? Knowing that as you grow, the platform's support structure can grow with you.
Absolutely. It signals they're invested in user success at every stage. That can be a really significant factor when you're deciding which platform to bet on for important projects.
Makes total sense. So for you listening, maybe take a moment to think about your own projects or ones you might build in the future.
Yeah, how important is the support structure behind the tools you use? Where does it factor into your decisions?
And looking at these kinds of tiers from basic help up to that proactive 24/7 monitoring, what level gives you the peace of mind you need? What's that safety net really worth for your workflow?
Definitely something to mull over as you evaluate platforms and plan your deployments.
Indeed. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Xuda's support structure.